And we have breaking news. Special counsel Jack Smith's office has just informed the D.C. Circuit that they're going to ask the Supreme Court to immediately take up Donald Trump's claim that he is immune from criminal prosecution for the official acts taken as president. Trump's lawyers argue that his D.C. indictment should be dismissed. And joining us now is former senior member of the Mueller investigation, Andrew Weissmann, and New York Times investigative reporter Suzanne Craig. So, Andrew, your reaction to Jack Smith taking that immunity claim immediately to the Supreme Court, I guess that was automatic.
This is a very smart move on his part because there is a March 4th trial date. And one of the exceptions with respect to appealing things, normally you have to wait for your trial to be over before you can appeal. That is not the case with respect to claims by Donald Trump that he enjoys presidential immunity with respect to all of the charges. It is also not the case with respect to his claim that double jeopardy is attached and he can't be tried twice. Now, the district court denied both of those in a very cogent opinion, and that is now on appeal to the D.C. Circuit. But there's an automatic stay that applies during that time. So that would jeopardize the March 4th trial date. So what Jack Smith has just done, and minutes ago, is ask the Supreme Court of the United States to go ahead and decide the case now. In other words, leapfrog over the D.C. Circuit. That is permitted under Supreme Court rules. And one of the cases that Jack Smith cites in support of the Supreme Court doing that is United States versus Nixon, where the Supreme Court, according to Jack Smith, did just that in order to expedite the hearing. Now, we'll all wait and see what the Supreme Court does, but this is a smart move on his part in order to try and maintain the March 4th trial date.
And then I guess I should correct myself. How unusual is Nixon the best precedent, I guess, to cite on presidential immunity?
This is, it is very unusual. This procedure of skipping over the D.C. Circuit or any court of appeals to go directly to the Supreme Court is unusual, but it's done where there's a need for expedition. And in the Nixon case, where there were also pending criminal investigations and claims with respect to presidential immunity, the Supreme Court did just that. So the Supreme Court at times does act quite quickly, and that is clearly what Jack Smith is banking on. With respect to the merits of the case, I think that the betting is that the D.C. Circuit and the Supreme Court will agree with the district court, but that's sort of almost beside the point, because the real issue is the delay. Because if this takes a long time, they're going to lose that trial date, and this is a case where putting a jury together can take months. And Judge Chutkan has anticipated that by starting the jury process. And the reports are that she's already started that in terms of jury questionnaires. So that kind of delay could jeopardize this case actually going to trial before the general election, which is why what Jack Smith is doing is a smart move just in terms of timing.